All right, everybody. So somebody asked me about the swear jar problem and how to graph it. And so it's really important that you go back through and read the problem carefully to understand what's going on. And basically, over time, you are losing money. Your sister is also losing money. And that's what the graph is going to reflect. Starting out with some money and every day losing a certain amount of money. So, what I know about this situation is that you start out with $10.50. Your sister starts out with $22.50. And every day you swear 5 times at a quarter a pop. That is a buck 25 that you spend. And so you are down to $9.25 after a single day. Your sister swears 11 times a day, and 11 quarters would be worth $2.75. And so your sister loses $2.75, dropping them down to 19.75. I'm not going to go through and fill out the rest of the table just because it's hard to write on the small computer screen there. But the idea is that every day I lose $1.25. Every day the sister loses $2.75. So when you go through and make your graph on this one, you have an X and Y axis, and your Y axis is just going to stand for the money, the amount of money that you have, and the X axis is going to stand for the time, the days. Okay. So at day zero, I am up at $10.50. And this is going to be hard to do on the computer screen just because of the accuracy. But the idea is that I will be exactly at $10.50. So if I count up on the boxes there, I can try to count to 10. 1, let's see, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half. So this initial red dot is representing that at day zero, I have $10.50. After one day, I lose a little bit. I lose $1.25. So if I go one box to the right, I should go down to 9.25. And again, I can't really draw much more accurately than this on the computer screen, but this represents the money that I have. My sister, I'm going to draw with a different color. The sister starts up much higher, over twice as high. So she's up at 22.50. So you would count up to 22 boxes. There's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 and a half. I believe it's right up there at the top. And after one day, they're at 1975. So they're a little bit lower like this. And you'll see that line coming down more steeply, and it crosses over the red line. And the place that it crosses over is an extremely important location. That is where you and your sister both have the same amount of money. Okay. I'm going to switch over to Desmos because trying to graph just on my computer screen is so inaccurate that I really can't do it very well. And so if I switch to Desmos, you'll be able to see the lines. It's the same basic shape that I just drew. It just is a lot more accurate. So for me, this is my equation. I paid $1.25 every day. That's why it's a negative because that's money I'm losing. And I started with $10.50. So the red line represents my line, my amount of money. And you can see that is fairly close to what I drew with the red line by hand there. There it is, a little bit more precise. My sister lost $2.75 a day, but she started with $22.50. Oops, $22.50. And so you can see in blue, there's the sisters. Compare that to what I drew by hand. Looks pretty similar, just a lot more accurate on Desmos. And then they do meet up. And the other nice thing about using Desmos is that they have a point of intersection that you can click on, 8 comma 0.5. And so let's go back and look at our graph and we'll add that solution to it, 8 comma 0.5. the solution that we have here, 8 comma 0.5. And what does that represent? The 8 comma 0.5 represents X's days. So after 8 days, we both have $0.5. So after 8 days, both my sister and I have 50 cents left over. And you can see that as the crossing point on our graphs. So there you go. That's the swear jar, the graphing for it. Really, graphing is just taking the numbers from your table and making them into dots. It's just visualizing the numbers that are in the table. And the numbers in the table you get by just saying, how much money do we start with? How much money do we have after one day? And once you got two dots, you can draw a straight line through them. Okay, thanks for watching. Please ask for more if you need anything.